So what we're doing now is we're taking these buckets we got here. They're $2 a piece. They're a little smaller than we wanted, but we're going to use them anyways. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drill some holes in it for irrigation, just so your your buckets don't get flooded while your plants are growing. So we're going to put 8 holes per bucket, just from the bottom. It's very simple. Just take your drill with your drill bit and just put the holes in. And then we'll show you what the next step's going to be when we get there. So what we have now is we have the soil in the bucket, and what we're going to do is we're going to be transferring these habanero plants in. I picked them up today. They're the Bonnie plants. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip a hole in the bucket, and we're going to put the plant in. One thing you do got to realize is when you do any transplants like this, you have to be sure to mix some fertilizer in with the soil, just to give it a better chance of survival. So what we're using here is worm castings. So you can pick these up at most of your garden centers. So I do recommend the worm castings, as it's more, well, you can't say more natural, because basically all it is poo. So we're going to get to the next part, and we'll see you in the next step. Alright, so we got the bucket full of soil, we got the soil fertilized, we have the plant right here. What we did is we put a cut down the side, because we're not going to use the Jiffy plant because it's oversaturated and we don't want to overwater them. So we're just going to pull this off. We'll disregard that later. And as you can see here, you can see all the roots here. Now, my gardening buddy had pointed out to my attention that when you're touching these roots and you're handling plants like this, the same amount of pressure you put on your eye would be the same amount of pressure you'd handle these with. So just be careful with your roots when you're dealing with pre-plants or transplanting or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in this pre-dug hole in the bucket, and we're just going to fill it around with soil. And it appears we dug the hole deep enough in the bucket, so we don't have to add any more here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this out. We have one we're going to put in the greenhouse. We're going to have one we're going to have outside, just to show the difference between greenhouse growing and natural garden outdoors. So watch for updates for both, and stay tuned. Remember to tune in for Cooking on the Myra. That show's coming soon. And watch for the greenhouse build.